I wanted to know what you thought of the new CDC numbers that came out saying 1 in 50 school-age children are on the spectrum in the United States.
My son and I took it differently.
Really?
Yes.
Do tell.
It's really interesting. I asked Wills if he'd heard that this had come out with the CDC and these were the new numbers, and he said, I didn't know the old numbers.
Oh, interesting.
And we had talked about the 1 in 88 or
right.
1 in 80 and 88. And I said, well, it's come out that it's 1 in every 50 children, 1 in every 50 children has autism, and he was really thrilled.
Really?
He was thrilled. He said, a lot of us have autism. Many of us have autism. I feel so much better that more kids have autism like me.
Wow.
And of course that would be comforting to a 15-year-old boy, to any of us.
Incredibly honest.
Yes.
There's more people like me. I'm not alone.
And he doesn't, he gets frustrated with his autism, but I gotta say, like lately, particularly when he's doing much better these days, and he seems to be less frustrated with the autism and more frustrated with just what we all go through in life. Right. And I don't think that Will's at this particular point. He used to say, I hate autism and autism drives me crazy. I don't think that he feels like it's such a negative, bad thing for him right now. So I don't think when he thinks of 1 in 50, he just thinks, that makes sense to me. I have it.
Right.
He has it. She has it. I think that makes him feel much more comforted, and it's not something that he's going at it alone. For me, I was in absolute shock as these numbers just get bigger and bigger and bigger. I've got to wonder what's going on, and I'm 50 years old, so I can remember back. People say, don't you remember in high school or elementary school there were kids that maybe were on the spectrum, and maybe, but I don't think a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot. I don't know, because I'm not a doctor. I was just a kid. But this seems new to me. Really, really new to me. And I wonder why.
Frightening. I'm frightened.
I am so frightened. I don't understand what's going on. And the research, we've got to make more money for research. That's going to be that's something that I'm going to have to work on. And it's just, these numbers are too large.
Yeah, it's too large. It's very frightening, and it's been interesting to me and everybody that I've talked to, and I keep asking everyone, so what was your take on it? Because everybody's take has been different, and I love that your take is we need more dollars for research because we absolutely do. That's absolutely true. And then when I spoke to Dr. Jonathan Tarbox on Friday, he was saying clearly we need to get more people in the schools trained.
Yes.
If 1 in 50. And then you go, well, yes. And you go, yes, that too. And you see all these things. And each person I've talked to has said a different part of the puzzle, all these things that we have to do.
Right.
And I'm left with, we have a lot of work to do.
I also feel like if people think like autism is like, it's not exactly like having the flu, but if I know, well, I know autism, but let's say that somebody who hasn't heard of autism or whatever, that person needs to know autism like we all know, the measles. Like we know you have brown hair or black hair or brown hair, and I've got gray hair, but I have blonde hair.
I was going to say mine is gray. I have Revlon.
I have Revlon as well, something along those lines. So, but this idea that we live with it like we live with whatever we live with, that it's not a mysterious thing. Exactly. That it's not a shocking thing, that it's becoming an everyday thing. And it's scary, but it's time for the shift. It's past time.
It really is.